We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
So it's 2-1 here on Gabur, the right fielder, after the Stupinski RBI triple. And that one's outside, 3-1. 2 away here. Here's the 3-1. That one's inside, ball 4. So Gabur with the 2-out walk. And it'll be Ejo, the center fielder.
Now batting number 35, Ejo.
Grizzly trying to get a little rally going here with 2. Already got a run across with Stupinski's triple. He tried to make it home on an errored cutoff throw, but he was caught at the plate. So man on first. 2-way runner goes. Throw down to second is way late. And it'll be a stolen base for Gabur. One and 0 on Ejo. Runner in scoring position. Grizzly trying to tie it here in the first. Here's the pitch. That one's grounded to short. Paulson picks it up, slings it on over to first, and that's the end of the inning. So a run for the Grizzly, and they cut back the lead down to 1 for the Power. We go to the second inning. You're listening to Palm Springs, California Winter League Baseball.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Welcome back. We're in the second inning from Palm Springs. Seems like the drizzle has stopped for now as we have a moist field out there. A lot of action early, Evan. The Power getting 2 runs in the first on 2 hits. And a Stupinski triple for the Grizzly got them 1 run. So it's 2-1 Power. First pitch to Guzman is up and in, 1-0.
Well, and I have to give these hitters credit. They've had a couple of mistake pitches in the middle of the zone, and they've taken advantage.
Next pitch is a nice curveball. Front door, inside corner. It's 1-1.
That was dirty. Where'd that one come from?
Here's the pitch. Another curveball right down the middle. It's 1-2. Guzman, The wide open stance awaits the 1-2. Another curve outside 2-2.
You don't want to fall in love with that pitch too much if you're Shea.
Here's the 2-2. That one's fouled back into the screen. We'll do it again.
If I'm a hitter, I'm going, all right, it's 4 breaking balls in a row. Will he go back to the fastball?
2-2 again. And the breaking ball again. 1 away here in the second inning. And Zach Gomia, the center fielder, will come up for the power.
So that was 5 straight breaking pitches coming from William Shea. He's only topping out in the low 80s.
Another breaking ball, this time to Gomia. It's 0-1.
If I'm a power hitter, I eliminate the fastball at this point. Especially, I don't think he's going to throw it by me either.
Next one's in there. It's 0-2 quickly. So Shea, after the shaky first inning, seems to be in some sort of rhythm right now.
Yeah, you got to sit dead curveball now if you're a power hitter. What's that, 7 in a row now?
0-2. It's like a cutter. One on the outside edge.
Yeah, it acted more like a cutter, but it came in about 72, the same speed as the curve's been coming.
There's a 1-2, fouled away by Gomia. We'll do it again.
And so the fastball came in at 83. So again, it's not a hard enough heater to just outright throw it by you. So you can look breaking ball and try to foul away the fastball.
1-2, there's the breaking ball again. Shea with 2 strikeouts here to start off his second inning. I don't even know. The breaking ball he has is kind of loopier. That one looks kind of like a slider or a cutter action.
Yeah, he has thrown 2 of them the way you just described, Danny, but the speed has been virtually the same.
So now it's Kramer. He swings and misses, 0-1.
What's he thrown? 2 fastballs this inning at most?
There's the 0-1. Another breaking ball. Slapped up the middle. He hung it over there. And Kramer is on with a base hit.
As I mentioned earlier, that's the danger of starting to fall in love with one pitch too much. Eventually, the hitters are going to start to time it up and possibly eliminate the other pitches. And that's exactly what Kramer did.
So here's Michael Rodriguez. He's filling in for the power this morning. First pitch to him, outside, 1-0.
Oh, if you're a position player and you get that call, I'm sure any of these guys are saying to themselves, yeah, I'd love the extra at-bats and the extra reps.
Shea ready and deals. Breaking ball outside through the legs of the catcher, Stupinski. And Stupinski throws it to third. Kramer thought about it. It's 2-0 on Rodriguez.
Yeah, not the best play from Stupinski, especially you know that breaking ball is coming in, so you got to anticipate it in the dirt. It's a bit slower than I would like to see, moving to his right to try to block it.
2-0 on Rodriguez, man on second base. Shea deals. And that one's fouled away. 2-1.
Already action in the power bullpen.
Shea checks on Kramer at second and delivers. That one's up high, 3-1 now.
I think that's the 3rd or 4th time a pitcher has kind of painted the ball right at the top of the zone, but not getting the call.
Top of the order waits on deck in Paulson. Oh, and that one's inside on the fastball. That'll be ball 4, so 2 on, 2 out. And a 2-1 lead for the Power here in the top of the second inning.
And I continue to give credit to William Shea for trying to go inside to the right-handed hitters, but for the most part just not able to locate. Quite a few just missing up and in. Keep trying to go there, though. That's the point of being out here.
Back to the order, Paulson. Breaking ball fouled away, 0-1. Be interesting to see how long this day does go. The rain has held off, fortunately for us today. That one's in there, called strike 2. It's 0-2.
I think the rain might have stopped as of right now.
Yeah, for now it's stopped. The radar was saying that it should be raining right now, but lucky for us, we get to play baseball. 0-2 is cracked foul, and we'll do it again. 2-1 Power here early in the top of the second. 0-2 on the leadoff hitter, Paulson. Base hit would likely add to this lead. Shea checks on the runner at second, Kramer. Here's the pitch. Breaking ball outside, 1-2.
It's a good idea with that breaking pitch. He had Paulson leaning just a bit, but did not start it close enough to the strike zone. It looked like a ball right out of the hand.
Shea checks on the runner again, kicks and delivers. That one's inside. Paulson able to get out of the way. 2-2, 2 away, 2-1 lead for the Power in the top of the second.
That's another inside fastball, just not able to hit his spot. I love the ideas. Breaking ball away, fastball in, just have to locate.
Here's the 2-2. Swing and a miss. Shea got him on the fastball inside. So Power threatened here again in the top of the second, but nothing doing. We go to the bottom of the second. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Back for the bottom of the second inning from Palm Springs. 2-1 lead the Power as the Grizzly try to tie the game or take the lead here in the bottom of the second. Yuda Shui back up there on the mound for the Power. And it'll be Garrett Calm to hit. First pitch to him way up high, 1-0.
And you were mentioning just a second ago, Danny, that this was Barker's spot, so a pinch hitter before a guy's even coming to bat.
Yeah, I'm not sure the reason behind that move, but that one's upstairs 2-0. Starting to get a little breeze towards us, Evan. Shui sets near the chin, kicks and delivers. That one's outside, 3-0.
This breeze honestly reminds me of a calm late spring morning back home on the Jersey Shore, coming right off of the ocean.
There's the 3-0. That one's fouled away, 3-1. Yeah, you can smell the moisture in the air.
Yeah, this humidity does feel like home. It's always a big change coming back out here from a very humid climate. I also like the 3-0 green light for Calm. Get your hacks in. Trying to get signed.
3-1. Upstairs and inside. So a leadoff walk for Calm. And into the box comes Green, the third baseman. We've seen Adam Green make a couple of nice plays over there at third.
He has been very consistent, especially charging on slowly hit ground balls. Yes, gloving it, throwing in one motion. I do love seeing that from the hot corner.
So a good opportunity for the Grizzly to come back in this one. Runner goes on the first pitch. Throw down to second is not going to happen as the catcher Rodriguez fumbled it. So a runner in scoring position for the Grizzly. Tying run on second base.
Unfortunately, neither starting pitcher has paid much attention to the base runners. They haven't varied their timings to the plate too much, so give these runners credit. They're timing up these pitchers and getting huge jumps, and the catchers have just had no chance.
Well, the middle infielders will move up a little bit. Third baseman Guzman playing even with the bag. And the first pitch to Green is inside, 1-0.
This is also one of the tighter strike zones we've seen, especially up and in to all these hitters. Little generosity towards the outer half, but nothing like the pitcher-friendly zones we've seen throughout these first 9 days.
Here's the pitch. That one's outside. Runner goes. Ball gets away from Rodriguez, and a nice heads-up base running play by Calm. He moves over to third. Nobody out. Bottom of the second, 2-1 power for now. Grizzly threatening.
I do like the aggression from Calm, especially early in the inning. Granted, I think if that ball is caught over there by Gomia, that Calm would have been out.
Here's the 2-1 pitch. Up high, 3-1 now. So fielders move back except for third baseman Guzman. He'll stay even with the bag. Here's the 3-1. Called strike on the outside corner. Full count now.
Well, I'm looking towards that outer half if I'm Adam Green. And Shui, another guy, not a super hard thrower, so he's not going to throw it by you if he comes in.
Here's the payoff. That one's cracked into right center field. It's going to drop for a base hit. Tie ball game as the Grizzly have a nice base hit there from Green. And there's still nobody out.
That's a really good approach, letting that ball get deep, an opposite field approach. The pitch came in right down the middle, not trying to do too much and taking what the opposition gives you.
Now it's Remy Heckman, the second baseman, as Rodriguez goes to have a chat with Shui on the mound.
And that is another one of those challenges. You have not only pitchers and catchers meeting for the first time a week ago, but with some of the moving around, you have a catcher who's never caught a certain pitcher before.
So 2-2 now. We're all knotted up. in the bottom of the second. Shui checks on Green at first. Still nobody out. First pitch to Heckman is in there for a called strike. 0-1. Heckman playing second base today. Sometimes goes over to third. Another check on Green. And he's in there. Here's the 0-1. Heckman pops one down the line, foul towards right field. 0-2.
I go right back to the fastball if I'm Shui. It only came in at 79, but got a late swing from Heckman. Maybe a little further up and a little further in.
See what Shui goes with here on the 0-2 pitch. He sets and tries the pickoff at first. Almost got away from Vincent. Oh, and they call a balk on Shui.
Oh, wow.
I'm not sure exactly why they called the balk, but it must have been an improper disengagement.
Yeah, I don't know if he flinched beforehand. I'm usually pretty good at telling this stuff, but there's no argument coming from the power dugout.
So 0-2 still on Heckman. Green moves over to second base. Heckman trying to get him in and take the lead. That one's chopped to third. Guzman off of his glove and over his head. So that'll be an error on Guzman as he kind of slipped on the infield grass after that ball popped out of his glove. And there will be runners on the corners for Tate Wargo, the shortstop.
I think Guzman might have had time if he waited back on that ball and maybe tried to square it up more with his body. Turned that into kind of a do-or-die charging play, and that time he died.
First pitch to Wargo's down the line in right, fair ball. Here comes Green. He will score. Heckman behind him, and he will score as well. All the way to third goes Wargo, the speedster, so that'll be an RBI triple. It's 4-2.
I love the opposite field approaches that we're seeing from these Grizzly hitters. That pitch was away and just waited back on it, took the pitch where it was, and with all that room in the corner down the line, if you have some speed, you can run for a long way.
So 2-run lead now for the Grizzly after starting the inning down 1. Back to the top of the order, Larange takes a ball outside, 1-0. So 2 triples already in this game, Evan.
Yeah, I love those kind of plays, seeing the guys running all over the base paths.
Next one is grounded over to first base, picked up by Vincent. He's going to take it himself. So a run will score, as that's the first out of the inning. 5-2 lead the Grizzly here early in the bottom of the second.
And again, another good approach, just getting a pitch over the plate, trying to put it in play and take advantage of an infield playing back.
Here's Pinheiro. He walked in his first at-bat last inning. And a big slow curveball from Shui is down low, 1-0. Big inning for the Grizzly. Still only 1 out. See if they can get a runner on base again. That one's up the middle. Base hit through the alley. Pinheiro 1 for 1 with the walk today as Stupensky steps up.
And right now, it does not look like Yu-Da Shui is tricking a whole lot of hitters. That was a pretty good location, too, right on the outside black, but Pinheiro just seemed like he knew what was coming, and he clobbered it.
Already 4 runs this inning for the Grizzly, off of 2 hits and an error. Pinheiro leads off of first. First pitch to Supensky. Runner goes, and there won't be a throw. Really, really big jump there from Pinheiro. And it's 1-0.
And if Schway's, he's got to step off, or maybe he's a little hesitant to step off and throw over after the balk earlier in the inning, but whether throwing over or varying your delivery, you got to do something to try and control the running game.
So Schway still in a jam here as Stupinski lines one to second, caught on the fly by Walsh. Not very hard hit as it caught Stupinski on the handle. Now a big second out here for Schway as Gabur comes up.
And heads up base running from Pinheiro to freeze on that line drive. We've seen a few guys already, plays like that get doubled off.
So Pinheiro leads off a second. Gabur awaits the pitch, and that one's lined down the line and left, foul. One came off the bat hot. A little out in front of it was Gabur.
You're telling me that came off 98.
Here comes the 0-1 from Schway as he checks on Pinheiro. That one's upstairs, 1-1. 2 away. 5-2 lead the Grizzly in the bottom of the second. 4 hits already for the Grizzly. Schway sets and delivers. That one's spiked into the dirt. Pinheiro trying for third, and he makes it in there easily. So Schway getting a little out of sorts after those 4 runs. Grizzly threatening again to extend this lead.
Oh, it was a good play from Rodriguez, trying to do all he can to backhand it. He kept it around the plate, but just too good of a secondary from Pinheiro.
Here's the 2-1. That one's up and in. 3-1 now.
Wonder if this will be Schway's last hitter.
Well, it could be. There is action in the power bullpen. There's the 3-1. Big looping breaking ball too high. So another walk. And Ejo, the center fielder, will come up with Calm on deck, who led off this inning.
Oh, looks like Casey Dill will stick with Schway for now. At the very least, I guess, hoping his starter can work his way through the second.
Yeah, at least give the man in the bullpen time to get loose, if anything. 2 away, 5-2 lead the Grizzly as Schway checks on the runner at first. Runners on the corners. Here's the pitch. That one's in between Rodriguez, the catcher's legs, and Pinheiro will score easily. So a lot of easy runs for the Grizzly this inning. They got 5. 6-2 now they lead.
Yeah, that just compounds everything for the Power. Of course, it's in the dirt. It has to go down as a wild pitch. You hope as a catcher you are generally able to block those. It can be difficult, especially with the breaking pitch. The ball could bounce the opposite direction that it's spinning.
Here's the 1-0. Called strike to Ejo. It's 1-1.
Look, we've seen some teams overcome some 4 or 5 run deficits. This game is far from over.
Here comes the 1-1. Runner goes in the dirt, no throw. So a stolen base for Gabert.
I like what I see from Ben Gabert. Just take advantage of what the opposition gives you. They're still not focusing on you a whole lot. Shui, understandably deliberate towards the current hitter, trying to get that elusive third out. And if they're going to give you third, go ahead and take it.
2-1, 2 out. Here's the pitch. That one's in the dirt. And Rodriguez tried to pick that one with his glove, even though it was right in front of him. So, but the power defense and pitching out of sorts here early after taking the lead in the first.
I think Rodriguez was surprised by that. Always tougher to block a fastball in the dirt. He set up inside. The pitch missed all the way over to the other side of the plate. So I think the backhand was his only option.
3-1. Swing and a miss. 3-2 now. Huge pitch here for Shui to get out of this jam. Here's the payoff from Shui. Curveball sharply to third, just outside of the bag foul.
That was close. And also good job from Gabert at third, making sure he took his lead and secondary in foul territory just in case that ball hit him. There's a lot of guys going through high school and college who end up making it out because they're on the line.
So Ejo calls time and resets. Shui ready from the stretch. Here's the pitch. Called strike 3 on the outside edge. So a long inning for the power defense, and the Grizzly get 5 runs on 3 hits and a couple errors. It's 6-2. We go to the third inning. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Immerse yourself in the ultimate fan experience at 360 Sports at Agua Caliente Casinos. Stop by any of our 3 premier properties in the Coachella Valley to catch all of the games on our giant wraparound screens. See real-time scores on our giant LED sports ticker. Plus, enjoy exciting twists on all of your bar food favorites. Get your game on at 360 Sports in Rancho Mirage, Palm Springs, or Cathedral City. For more information, visit aguacalientecasinos.com. Problem gambling? Call 1-800-GAMBLER.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Back for the third inning from Palm Springs. Daniel Walsh will lead it off for the Power as they gave up 5 runs last inning. 6-2 lead the Grizzly. And Shea's back out there on the mound for them. That one's sky deep into center field. Back goes Ejo towards the track and makes the grab. So a loud first out. And Vincent, the third baseman, he's actually playing first today, will come up to the plate.
I know that results in an out, but boy, the ball just jumps off the bat of Walsh. I love his approach. I love his bat speed, and not a big guy, but he's got some pop.
That one's into left center field. Over is Pinheiro, drifting back, and he makes the grab as well. 2 quick outs here for Shea. And now it's Brock Rudy, the catcher.
I think even yesterday or during the weekend, some of those fly balls might have been a little more troubling, but a cool, overcast, damp day, it's not going to travel super well.
So Rudy will try to get something going with 2 for the power. Shea deals the first pitch on the outside corner, 0-1.
Is this kind of like April weather in the Windy City?
No, this is much warmer than the April weather in the Windy City. That one's a ball. It's 1-1.
Okay, then. This is kind of like late March and most of April on the Jersey Shore.
1-1 to Rudy. Tipped into the glove. 1-2. 2 away. Shea making quick work. Yeah, it's probably about 15 to 20 degrees cooler.
And add some wind on the shore. We get a lot of wind.
Right. Here's the 1-2. Swing and a fly into left field, drifting towards the line, and it'll drop for a base hit. Rudy going to try for second. Here comes the throw. It'll be over the head. And backing up was the first baseman, Barker. A nice job there. So a double for Rudy. And Chernesky, the right fielder, will try to get him in. On a base hit, maybe.
I love everything about that play. I especially love trying to take an extra base with 2 outs. You know, worst case scenario, you get thrown out and you have a leadoff hitter coming up next inning. That's one of those plays where you have to smell a double right out of the box. That's exactly what Rudy did and able to work out.
So the 2-out double from Rudy. Chernesky steps in. Still 6-2 Grizzly. In the top of the third, big swing and a miss from Chernesky. And we're not surprised by that now. Chernesky, we've talked about it before, he swings out of his shoes on every pitch.
I almost wonder if he'd benefit from taking about 20% off of his swing.
Here's the 0-1. Big swing and a miss again. It's 0-2.
Yeah, because he ended up a bit off balance after that swing on a pitch towards the middle of the plate. Sometimes when you swing that hard, you also take your head off the ball.
Oh, 2, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Big swing and a miss. Fastball right down the pipe. And Shea, after the 2 quick flyouts, gives up a double, but comes right back and strikes out Chernesky. Quick inning. It's 6-2 still Grizzly lead. We go to the bottom of the third. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back for the bottom of the third inning from Palm Springs. Wind starting to pick up, maybe some rain coming in again. New pitcher for the Power is Jang. Fu Yang Jang, this number 17. He's a big right-handed pitcher. And Calm will lead it off for the Grizzly as they try to extend their 4-run lead. It's 1-0. I have to start doing the scorebook on my lap as that one's laced over to second, and a nice jumping grab by Walsh for the first out. Heavier drops falling now. Final line for Yu Da Shui, the starter for the Power. 2 innings, 6 runs, 4 of them earned. 4 hits, 4 walks, and a strikeout. Not quite the way he wanted his morning to go, as that one's up high for a ball on Green. "1-0 in there on the outside corner. It's 1-1. Here's the pitch. Curveball, just a little bit low. 2-1 now.
That was a good pitch. It caught the bottom of the zone according to the box. I want that if I'm a pitcher.
Yeah, that's where he wants to live. That one's laced up the middle, a base hit. So a 1-out hit for Green. And Remy Heckman comes up, the second baseman. Jang checks on Green. That one gets past the catcher, Rodriguez, and over to second goes Green. It's 1-0, 1 out, 6-2 Grizzly here in the bottom of the third.
It did get a lot cooler in our booth with the way the breeze shifted directions.
Sure did.
Got to zipper my coat up now.
Jang sets after taking a look at Green. Kicks and delivers. That one's ripped into the gap. That's going to be a base hit. Here comes Green. He's going to try to score. Throw to the plate, not on line. He will score with ease. Into second is Heckman. So an RBI base hit for Heckman. It's 7-2 now, Grizzly.
Well, and a couple of good pieces of hitting from Green and Heckman, and with the outfielders playing so deep, for the most part, a lot of these teams just playing very deep in the outfield, regardless of the weather, and it makes it much easier for Jared Lemieux in the third base coach's box to just wave them around.
So now it's Tate Wargo, the 9-hitter for the Grizzly today. He hit a triple last inning. That one gets by Rodriguez again. So Heckman moves over to third. And Grizzly threatening once again with only 1 out in the inning.
And that's going to go down as a pass ball on Rodriguez. There's been a couple other pitches where they've had to go down as wild pitches, but all the way around, tough day with command for power pitching, and it's made it difficult on Rodriguez.
Here comes the 1-0 to Wargo. One's up and in, 2-0. Seven to 2 lead for the Grizzly. 1 away in the bottom of the third. That one's outside, 3-0. Flags changing directions out in center field, now going to right center. The 3-0 is fouled back into the screen, a green light for Wargo.
So, Danny, Brian and I were talking about the other day where some potential expansions could be going for Major League Baseball. Obviously, we have Vegas likely coming up. So where do you think Major League Baseball could be moving operations to?
Here's a 3-1. That one is called for a strike, 3-2 now. I don't know. I think Nashville's a really good spot to have a team. I know they've been talking about the White Sox moving there. Personally, I don't think that should happen. I think the White Sox should always be in Chicago because of their rich history there and everything and all the fans. Their fan base is great. Payoff pitch, inside, ball 4. So Jang walks him, and there'll be runners on the corners for the leadoff hitter, Larange. But yeah, I think Nashville's a really good spot. I don't know if anybody besides the White Sox would think about moving. Maybe the Rays. But I think if they brought the Expos back, Nashville would be a great spot to put them.
That'd be cool. I would like to see the Expos back.
Runner goes, swing and a miss. No throw from Rodriguez. And it's a called strike. 0-1, one away. Runners on second and third here for the Grizzly as they lead it 7-2. Here's the 0-1. Larange swings and misses. It's 0-2. Huge second out for Jang to get here. Try to limit the damage. Here's the 0-2. That one gets past Rodriguez once again. A run will score as Wargo moves up to third base. It's 8-2 Grizzly now.
Do you like having 3 wild card teams?
Yeah, I think it's good. I like the expansion of the MLB playoffs. I think it gives other teams a chance to really get hot because really MLB playoffs is whoever's the hottest. It may not always be the best team as that one's called strike 3 on the outside edge, 2 away.
I know it benefited my Phillies a couple seasons ago as they were almost trying to give their playoff spot away, but I honestly liked having just the 2 teams and the sudden death game. I'm not a big fan of having too many teams in the postseason.
Oh, the 0-0 is up over the head of Pinheiro. It's 1-0.
And I understand wanting to give more teams a chance. And look, I'm all for also seeing the Dodgers win 120 games and go out in the first round.
The 1-0 popped up into center field. Gomia coming in, and he will make the grab for the end of the inning. So the Grizzly tack on 2 more runs in this one. 8-2 they lead. We go to the top half of the 4th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball. Welcome back. We're in the top of the fourth inning. Christopher Guzman will lead it off for the Power as they trail by 6 runs to the Alberta Grizzly. First pitch is outside, 1-0. Next one, check swing. And it looks like he did go. 1-1 is the call. Here's the pitch. Catches the outside edge, 1-2. So Shea back up there for the Grizzly. He deals a breaking ball, 2-2 now on Guzman. Well, we might just be lucky out here as that one's fouled away. The radar says that it's raining, but the mountains behind us, there's no rain. So we're in like the exact pocket where there's no rain. That one's called strike 3 on a breaking ball from Shea. And Guzman down on strikes, 1 away.
It's honestly funny to see. It reminds me a lot of the time, we have these these summer thunderstorms that go around the Northeast and the Jersey Shore. And, let's say I'm working some of the summer basketball leagues, and it seems like the storm misses us and it hits all the other towns. I'd love to know the science behind all that.
And that one's hit into center field, left center field. That'll get down. Here comes Gomia, and he will be in with a double. So a nice spark for the Power offense as they trail by 6. We'll see if they can get something going with the left fielder, Kramer, as he steps up to the plate.
That's already the 3rd extra base hit we've seen, and we're only in the middle innings of this game. Interesting day to whip all the bats out.
Yeah, you would think it would be more likely that the pitchers are on today. The overcast skies. Pitch to Kramer is popped into right field. Gaber's over. Tagging is Gomia, but he will put on the brakes. And Wargo almost caught him there as he ran after to try to tag him. Gomia was lollygagging a bit over there.
I don't think he knew where the ball was, and he almost got himself caught just going back into second. Always got to know where the ball is.
So 2 away now for Michael Rodriguez, doing the catching today for the Power.
What's your favorite memory at a Cubs game, Danny?
Oh, boy. I've been to a lot of Cubs games.
I'm well aware.
A lot of Cubs games. That would take me a while to think about that. All the different memories. So Rodriguez fouls one back towards us. It's 0-1. 2 away, 8-2 lead for the Grizzly. Yeah, but I think every time I would think of a memory worthy of making it one of my favorites, I would think of another one that tops it. Gomia on second base. Shea deals. That one's called a ball low. It's 1-1.
I have one that really sticks out. I started going to Phillies games a bunch in 2009, and we had just signed Raul Ibanez.
Here's the 1-1. Rodriguez fouls it away again. 1-2, 2 away.
And every time he'd come up, I'd hear all these oohs, and I go, why is everybody booing him? And then it took me until the 6th inning, this 3rd at bat, for me to catch on, oh, they're going Raul.
The 1-2. Did he go? No, he didn't, says the first base umpire. It's 2-2.
And, both my mom and dad, like they like baseball, but they're casuals. And my dad's a Yankees fan too, so they had no idea what was going on either. And finally some guys next to us told us.
The 2-2 is swung on and missed by Rodriguez. So Shea, after a couple hits, a double by Gomia, gets the power down. So it's 8-2. We go to the bottom of the fourth. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Think of the highest quality you can imagine. Now, think higher.
So, I just got the State Farm Personal Price Plan on my car insurance.
So you told your agent you play the bagpipes for your dog?
What? No, I didn't get that personal. My agent just helped me create an affordable price just for me. Okay, let me show you what I've been working on. Hey, Buster!
Prices vary by state. Options selected by customer. Availability and eligibility may vary.
Back for the bottom of the fourth inning from Palm Springs. Fans, to keep up to date with everything California Winter League, follow us on social media. Find us on Facebook and Instagram at California Winter League and on Twitter at Cal Winter League. Or visit our website at californiawinterleague.com. Stupensky will lead it off for the Grizzly as they lead it 8-2. Jang back up there on the mound for the power. First pitch to Stupensky is outside, 1-0. Boy, I think if Stupensky gets a good enough pitch, he ain't going to hold back.
He's a strong young man.
The windup and the pitch from Jang is outside, 2-0. Hitters count for Stupensky. A lot of crooked numbers on the board so far. Stupensky chops one right back to Jang softly, and he flips over for out number one. Not the result Stupensky was hoping for on a 2-0 pitch. And now Gabur, the right fielder, will come into the box.
Are you a fan of the Chase Utley breaking up double play slide rule?
Well, yeah, I think the rule should be a rule. I think the play that made it a rule was dirty. That one's fouled into the net softly. It's 0-1. Why? What do you think about it? You think you should be able to slide, 3 feet away from the bag?
I think that slide should be illegal where, you don't even hit the dirt at first. But the way it used to be before, I think you should be able to try and break up a double play.
That one's called a strike. It's 0-2. One away, 8-2 Grizzlies lead.
Like, I played my share of middle infield. I never got hit like that, but, I've got used to getting spiked here and there.
0-2, outside, 1-2. Well, you can still break up a double play and get spiked. You just need to slide into the bag is the thing. Because Chase Utley, the play that he did to make that a rule, he was well away from the bag. That one's outside, 2-2.
I think the big issue actually was he slid very late, so he didn't even hit the ground before he hit Tejada. I don't think it was that he went really wide. I agree with being able to go wide as long as you can touch the bag, the way the old rule was.
2-2, fouled back into the screen. Well, I think it was that he slid wide enough, and the defender, he wasn't sliding at the bag, he was sliding at the defender.
Right, that is what it was. And obviously, of course, it was a legal play at the time.
Right. Here comes the 2-2 from Yang. That one's chopped over to short, picked up by Paulson, slung on over. Did he get him? Yes, he did by a half step. Gaber's got speed, but Paulson was quicker. 2 away.
Granted, it didn't surprise me, of course, that Major League Baseball made that big change. In general, the past few years, they've been trying to make these adjustments where their star players are avoiding injury or where they can just stay in the game.
So 2 away. Jang having a better inning this inning as he deals a strike. It's 0-1.
Like, I think it's a similar philosophy even to where, say you have a day where Ohtani pitches, and when he exits the game, he can still remain in the lineup as the DH. Just more chances to keep the star players in the lineup.
Now, that would be interesting. That one's outside, 1-1 now the count on Ejo, the center fielder.
Well, that is the way it is now, which I get why they do it, but it's something I don't like because it takes away the manager from having to make decisions.
1-1 curveball inside, but called a strike on Ejo. He didn't like it.
Yeah, that was well off the plate. That's one of those breaking balls that just looped the strike zone.
Yeah, never came back on the front door there. 1-2, 2 away. Here's the pitch. Fouled back into the screen. We'll do it again.
So do you genuinely agree with Ohtani being able to... Oh, no, you broke your pen.
Well, I broke the thingy on it, but that's okay.
Hate it when I do that, too.
Anyway, here's the 1-2 again. Grounded over to second base, ranging over Walsh. Picks it up, throws it over, and that's the end of the inning. 8-2 still lead the Grizzly. Power going to come up to bat to try to come back a little bit. We go to the 5th inning. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
We just got our best ever ratings from U.S. News and World Report. We're the #1 hospital in Riverside and San Bernardino counties. High performing in 17 common procedures from joint replacements to heart attack care. And for the first time, national ranking as high performing in 3 adult specialties. We're proud of these ratings, but what matters most, as always, is how we rate with you. Learn more at eisenhowerhealth.org/awards.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back. We're in the 5th inning. And the top of the order due up for the Power. Jack Paulson, the shortstop. Shea back up there on the mound for the Grizzly. And he's using some sort of tool to get the dirt off of his cleats. Rain softly coming down once again here in Palm Springs. They're going to try to play it out. That one's chopped foul. to start the AB for Paulson.
I would assume if they make it through the 5th, then the game will become official. I think that's how it is in a 9-inning game generally.
That one's chopped to short. In comes Wargo. He slips on the dirt, tries to make the throw, and it'll be late. So that'll be an infield hit for Paulson.
Well, you'll definitely take it if you're Jack. It's a line drive in the books on what would otherwise be a routine ground ball.
So a man on first for the Power as Walsh digs in. Walsh had a double in the first and scored a run and flew out to center back in the third. First pitch to him is called a strike on the inside edge. 0-1.
And how good has Shea been just attacking that zone and even managing to stay warm and stay sharp through some long innings where his guys have been giving him runs.
Here comes the 0-1, and that one's hit into left field down the line. Will it stay fair? No, just foul, about a foot left of that line. So it'll be 0-2 for Walsh.
And that pitch was in and at least 2 baseballs length off the plate inside. I'm amazed that Danny even kept it that close as far as just trying to keep it fair. There's a lot of guys where they'll just get their arms out and just hook it way foul into the bleachers.
Yeah,
really good hands.
Walsh kept his hands in nicely there. 0-2, nobody out. Man on first for the Power as they trail by 6. And Shea's pitch is down low, 1-2 now.
And, you know, talking about the Chase Utley rule, I might be very biased because Utley is my favorite player.
Really?
Oh, yeah. Well, he was a long-time
Chase
Philly.
Utley.
He was a long-time Philly, and he always just played really hard, and I loved he had his short swing.
I liked him when he was on the Phillies more than I did when he went to the Dodgers.
He was also towards the end of his career.
Right. Yeah, that Phillies team was stacked. Jimmy Rollins, got Raul Ibanez, Ryan Howard, all those guys. As that's a curveball called inside, 2-2.
Yep.
Shane Victorino, yeah.
Love those guys. That was the team I grew up on. They were fun. They all had just unique personalities.
Was Jason Worth on that team?
He became an everyday starter in the middle of the 08 season.
Okay. 2-2. Paulson leads off first. That one's sharply hit down the third base line. Fair ball. Paulson's going to try for third. And it gets by the left fielder, Pinheiro. Paulson's going to score easily. Here comes Walsh around second into third standing. So that'll probably go down as a double and an error. And the Power tack on another run. It's 8-3 now.
Boy, can Walsh hit. That ball was hit hard, and it just caught too much of the plate. Again, keeping his hands inside and keeping his fair. And, of course, with a mistake in left field, no RBI on the play. So 2 doubles for Walsh.
Now it's the 3-hitter Vinson. Just the man that the Power want up here to get a comeback going. That one's called a strike on the outside edge. 0-1. Shea ready. And that one's grounded sharply over to second base, and it's off the glove of the first baseman, Barker, into right field. So another base hit for the Power, and the lead's cut down to 4 now.
And I have a feeling even if the Grizzly were able to keep that ball on the infield, it was still going to be a hit because Shea did not break to go cover first.
Now that's a really tough play for the second and first baseman there. Really an in-between judgment call. And doesn't go in their favor this time. So now it's Rudy, the catcher. He swings and misses. 0-1.
The Grizzly must be short pitching today because Shea's still out there and there's nobody in that bullpen.
It looks like they're going to walk down there right now. Runner goes. Throw down a second from a knee is not in time. Stolen base for Vinson. And another runner in scoring position for the Power.
Okay, and I was saying this about even the power pitchers struggling to deal with the running game, and sometimes you get in those situations where you have to be really deliberate with the hit, or you feel that way, and then you just lose all focus on the runner.
Here comes the 1-1. Broken bat, base hit into center field. Vinson's going to try to score. Here comes the throw from Ejo. And it's off the glove of Stupensky. He couldn't hang on. Run will score. Rudy into third base. And now the lead's cut down to 3. It's 8-5.
Yeah, give the Power a lot of credit. Getting some much better swings against Shea as they go around the order for the third time. And we have a ball game again, Danny. Let's see.
You said it earlier. You know, this early in the game, it may be a big space in between on the scoreboard, but these guys can hit, and there's definitely an opportunity for them to come back. So, meeting on the mound now for the Grizzly as Shea gives up his third run of the inning.
So let's see, So that's a base hit for Rudy. Give him the RBI. He went to second on the throw and advances to third on an error. An error by the catcher Stupensky with the ball getting away from him. So I think we're all squared away on that end.
I think you got it right.
I tried my best to be fair.
Well, there's a lot of in-between plays in baseball, but some of them are easy to tell.
Oh, it's some good teamwork right there. It looks like Wargo's helping to scrape the dirt off of Shea's cleats. Maybe also trying to stall some more time for the reliever in the bullpen.
So now it's Chernesky. He got hit by a pitch in the first and struck out in his second AB. Fouls one back into the screen. It's 0-1. Still nobody out. An 8-5 lead for the Grizzly. And a man on third for the Power. Shea ready. He kicks and delivers. Chernesky follows one back into the screen again, 0-2.
Yeah, the Grizzly must be a bit short on pitching because that's Lorange getting warmed up.
Cold, wet, and drizzly today in Palm Springs. Here comes the 0-2. Called, strike 3 on the edge. One away and a big one for Shea. And Guzman, the third baseman, will step in.
On Guzman now, he has to do a job. You have the Grizzly playing the infield back. They're giving away another run to make it a 2-run game. Get something on the ground in the middle of the diamond.
First pitch is called for a strike down the middle, 0-1.
I think I want that pitch back if I'm Guzman. It was down, but it caught a lot of the plate.
9 hits for the Power. Swing and a miss, 0-2 now. And is that 8 or 6 hits for the Grizzly who lead in this one?
Oh, that's 6. Take advantage of some free passes and wild pitches, stolen bases.
The 0-2 fouled back. We'll do it again.
Shea's got to go right back to the fastball. Ahead 0-2, maybe elevate it, keep it on the inner half because that's a couple very late swings from Guzman.
One away. 8-5, trail the Power. That one's a curveball. Called for a ball, 1-2 now. Grizzly dugout looking for a call there.
That fooled everybody, including the home plate umpire, Brendan Boucher. That was a strike.
Here's the 1-2. Check swing. Did he go? Yes, he did. So a big second out here for Shea. With a man on third, up to the plate comes Gomia. Struck out in the second, but doubled in his last at-bat in the fourth. Let's see if he can stay hot here and cut this lead down to 2.
Well, Gomia will be a popular guy if he's able to pick up a 2-out hit to score this run. Teammates love when you can pick them up.
First pitch to Gomia, nice breaking ball in there for strike 1, 0-1 now. Rudy leads off third, a swing and a miss. 0-2 quickly.
That curveball was nasty.
Sure was. Right, and he placed it perfectly. Just off the plate on the outside edge. 0-2. Down in the dirt, 1-2.
Looks like the rain's coming down a bit harder.
Yeah, a little bit harder. Field getting wetter and wetter as the day moves on. We'll see how long it'll be deemed playable. 1-2, grounded up the middle to second. Backhand stop by Heckman, thrown to first, got him, nice play. So a great job by Shea to limit the damage, but he does give up 3 runs in that inning. It's 8-5 Grizzly as we go to the bottom of the 5th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Desert Air started right here in the Coachella Valley in 1954, and we've been welcoming customers to our family ever since. With nearly 70 years of proven trust, dependability, and experience, we've got the AC and heating expertise to help you all year round. Plus, our factory-trained technicians provide well-informed maintenance, repairs, and installation, so you get our industry-best products with industry-best service. Contact our family at Desert Air. We'll make sure you live comfortably, always.
Hey Power Baseball fans, looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Back for the bottom of the 5th inning here from Palm Springs. The Power were able to plate 3 runs last inning, so it's 8-5 now, Grizzly. And Garrett Calm will lead it off for them. Jang is back out there for the power. Had a good 1-2-3 inning last inning. He winds and delivers. That one's outside, 1-0. Rodriguez having a tough time behind the plate today.
Yeah, and obviously he's filling in, but definitely not an easy day.
That one's outside again, 2-0.
And of course, on the other end of things, his day's been a lot tougher with some of the tough misses from Shui and now Jung.
Here comes the 2-0. Chopped foul. 2-1 now. Jang hoping for a quick inning here to get his hitters back in the dugout and fight at that lead a little bit more. That one's outside. 3-1 now on Calm. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul once again. Count goes full.
These outfielders are still playing quite deep. See how deep Kramer is in left?
Here comes the payoff. That one's over to second base sharply, and a nice catch by Walsh. One away here in the bottom of the fifth. Fantasy Sports Clips are the pros in men's hair. They have cutting-edge stylists and hairstyles to give you a championship haircut. Make sure to check out their signature haircut service, the MVP Haircut Experience, which includes a precision haircut hot towel, massaging shampoo, and neck and shoulder treatment. Here's Green, the third baseman. He takes a strike. It's 0-1.
Speaking of sport clips, I do need a haircut. It's getting a bit long.
Yeah, I was going to try to get one before we got here. Didn't end up doing that, but I got one about a week ago, so I'm all good now. That one's on the outside edge, 0-2. Here's the 0-2. That one's way outside. 1-2 now on Green. Jang sets. And he winds. The 1-2. Curveball outside, 2-2 now.
Between innings, I got to get a quick look of what the canyon looks like directly behind us with the clouds and the fog, because looking out to the outfield, you can barely see any of the canyon outlines with the rain coming down out there.
2-2. That one's cued over to short, and a diving play by Paulson. Whoa, what a play. Man, that was just a little bloop over the head of the third baseman, Guzman, in between that third base and shortstop position, and Paulson ranged over and made a sliding, diving grab.
I didn't think Jack Paulson or anybody had a chance to get after that one. I assumed it was just going to be, at least 10, 15 feet into the grass, but very athletic, heads up, good hand-eye coordination.
Now it's Heckman, the second baseman, to try to get things going with 2 for the Grizzly. He takes ball 1 up and in, 1-0. Jang ready, deals. That one's ripped down the line in left field. It'll get down for a base hit. Here comes Heckman around first, but he will hold up for a single. So 2 hits for Heckman today. It would have been 3 if not for the error in the second. And here's Wargo, the 9-hitter.
And And if you're the Grizzly, you need to add on any way you can, especially already being a bit short on pitching and with the power bats waking up.
Jang from the stretch now. Delivers. On the outside edge, 0-1 on Wargo.
But the way both teams have kind of run wild on the bases, if Heckman's able to get a jump, he needs to take second.
Short lead over there for Heckman. And a step off pump fake from Jang. That was interesting.
Not the most enthusiastic check on the runner.
The 0-1 inside. 1-1 now. So 5 hits, or 5 runs, 9 hits, 2 errors for the Power, who are actually leading, or actually trailing the Grizzly as Jang checks on Heckman, who have 8 runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors.
It's been a lot of hits. A lot of balls hit hard.
The 1-1 runner goes. Throw down to second is in time. So Rodriguez with a nice pop. And that'll end the inning. So we go to the 6th. And no runs, no hits that inning. 8-5 lead the Grizzly. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Elmer's Restaurants. Welcome to the family.
Whether you're building, landscaping, renovating, refreshing, or simply researching, rent the right size tools for your size jobs. In store, online, or in app at Sunbelt Rentals, where tools rule.
Back for the 6th inning from Palm Springs. Rain coming down a little harder now as we get into the late innings. New pitcher for the Grizzly, Clayton Larange. We'll start from the stretch. And the first pitch to Kramer, the left fielder, is in for strike one, 0-1. 8-5, the Grizzlies lead here late. Power able to get 3 runs last inning. We'll see if they can keep it going here. Next one's popped up, right side, foul ground, over is Barker, and it will get out of play.
Now there's somebody over there wearing a sweatshirt who tried to make a play on the ball. I have a feeling he's not an outfielder.
So quickly 0-2 for Larange. He sets. And Kramer rips one to first base, sliding grab by Barker, and he steps on the bag for out number 1. Final line for the starter on the Grizzly, Shea. 5 innings, 5 runs, 4 hits, a walk, and a hit batter, but 8 Ks to go along with that.
He really did have that strikeout pitch working. It almost surprised me a little to go back and look at that, but he was sharp, just ran out of gas in the 5th.
First pitch to Rodriguez is fouled back, 0-1 on him.
And the most important thing that Clayton Larange can do is just continue to throw strikes, especially dealing with the 8 and 9 hitters to start the 6. You have that 3-run cushion, and you have a little wiggle room.
There's the 0-1. That one's fouled out of play as well. So Larange ahead 0-2 on these first 2 batters.
That's exactly what you need. Make the hitters get the rally going if they're going to do it at all.
Now Larange started as the DH today. And that one's in the dirt. Ball 1, 1-2. 1 away. 8-5 lead the Grizzly.
And for the Power right now, if you're falling behind, do everything you can to get the ball in play, maybe on the ground, because with the wet grass and some of the mud maybe, or some of the clay kicking up, not easy to make a good throw.
Next one's chopped foul. We'll do it again. Well, the infielder's playing a little bit up right now. We saw Wargo make a play at short earlier and kind of slipped, so kind of getting towards first base more makes it easier. That one's down low, 2-2 now. Cloudy all the way around the field. Not too dark, though, yet. Still pretty bright. 2-2 right down the middle for strike 3. So Larange, 2 up, 2 down to start his day. Back to the top of the order, Jack Paulson had a single and scored a run last inning. And had a single in the first as well. He's 2 for 3. First pitch to him is called a ball, 1-0. Larange sets at the belt, kicks and delivers. Strike 1, 1-1.
Oh, of course, with this at bat pending, this 1-2 combination of Paulson and Walsh, 4 for 6 on the day with a couple doubles and 4 runs scored. If you're getting on base, hitting the ball hard to open up innings, then you're going to score some runs.
1-1 is in the dirt. It'll be 2-1, 2 away. 8-5 lead for Larange and the Grizzly.
You see all the dirt on Chase Vincent's jersey as he came to get the foul ball? It's a busy day on the bases.
That one's ripped in between second and third, and that'll be a base hit. Another one for Paulson. He's 3 for 4.
So let's see, make that 5 for 7 for the 1-2 hitters for the Power.
Well, that's a pretty good day already for those hitters. And the way things are going, they'll probably get another AB. Larange, first time working with the runner on. He deals a ball outside, 1-0.
I know you have a dangerous hitter with Danny Walsh at the plate, but if you're Larange, you still have to attack him. The worst Walsh can do is make it a 1-run game.
Larange ready. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss on a breaking ball down low. It's 1-1. Larange kicking some of the mud balls out of the rubber as he looks for the sign. Checks on Paulson and sets. Here's the pitch. That's ball 2 upstairs, 2-1 now. All the players in sweatshirts on the bench for the Grizzly. Temperature dropping slightly as the rain continues to fall. That one's ripped down the line, just foul. It'll be 2-2.
I think Walsh was just a bit out in front of that pitch. Maybe got it off the end of the bat. Let's try and keep that front shoulder in and maybe look towards the left center field alleyway. Based on a couple of those practice swings, I think he's trying to tell himself that. I'd like to think at least.
So 2-2, 2 away here in the top of the 6th. Larange trying to get out of this one. Here's the pitch. Chopped foul once again. We'll do it again. So 2 runs in the first for the Power. And since then, they went 3 scoreless innings and then scored 3 last inning. Trying to get something going with 2 here. Here's the 2-2 again. That one's low. Count moves full.
Good opportunity for the Power, especially with Paulson running on the pitch.
And Paulson's not going to get a very big lead. As you said, he'll already be running. And a ball in the gap here could score him. There he goes. Pitch inside, ball 4. So Larange, after getting 2 quick outs to start the inning, gives up a hit and a walk, and now the Power trying to extend this inning.
Well, this is a dangerous spot for Alberta. Now the tying run coming to the plate for the Power. And, you know, you have Vincent, you have Rudy, you have a couple dangerous hitters up and looming.
Vincent with a base hit in his last AB to double the one before that. That one's right up the middle sharply. It'll drop for a hit. Here comes Paulson. He'll be waved around third, and he will score easily. So another hit for the Power, and third of the day. Actually, I was looking at Rudy. So that'll be the second hit of the day for Vincent. And it's 8-6 now with 2 outs.
I mean, I know I was raving about the 1-2 combo of Paulson and Walsh, but really these 1 through 4 hitters for the Power have just had an excellent day, and all the offense coming from them is really keeping them in it. Now 96 miles per hour, too, off the bat of Chase Vincent. I knew he smoked it.
Yeah, that thing had some pop behind it. So Walsh up to second. Vincent on first. Here's Rudy, the catcher. Already a double and a single in this one. That one's a called strike on the outside edge. 0-1.
And a good take that time from Rudy. Right at the knees, all the way on the outer part of the black. Tough to do much with that pitch.
Larange ready, the 0-1. That one gets away from Stupensky, and runners will advance. 1-1 the count, 2 away, 8-6, lead the Grizzly. We're in the bottom of the 6th inning. Here comes the 1-1. That one's just a little bit up high. It's 2-1.
Yeah, borderline. It could have gone either way. Stupensky kind of tried to bring that one down as best he could.
Here's the 2-1. And that one catches the zone. 2-2 now, 2 away.
I think Rudy might have been looking for something else, just that look he gave. I think he wants that pitch back.
And a huge out For Larange, this would be only leading by 2 now. Here's the 2-2. That one skied into center field. Ejo heads back, but he will make the play. So that ends the inning. Power able to score another run. It's 8-6. We go to the bottom of the 6th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Outdoor living in the Coachella Valley is spectacular, and Tessera is the premier builder of outdoor living spaces in the desert. Nobody does it better than Tessera. From one end of this valley to the other, from Palm Springs to Rancho Mirage, Palm Desert, to Indio and La Quinta. For 35 years, we've created the ultimate in outdoor living, landscaping, pools, and patios, so you and your family can enjoy each other. Live well. Live Tessera.
Hey, Power Baseball fans. Looking to hit a home run against pests in your home? Rudy's Pest Control is your winning choice. Rudy's Flex 80/90 Pest Control Plan offers effective and affordable protection with just 5 visits a year instead of the usual 12, so you'll have more time to do what you love. Visit rudyspest.com or call 760-746-PEST and declare, heck no, 12's gotta go. Rudy's Pest Control is your home run choice, so get started today.
Back for the bottom of the 6th inning from Palm Springs. Rain really starting to come down here as we get into the late innings. Tate Wargo will lead it off for the Grizzly as they lead it 8-6. 2 runs in the first, then 3 in the 5th, 1 in the 6th for the Power. And for the Grizzly, 1 run in the first, 5 in the 2nd, 2 in the 3rd, and none since. So Jang back up there for the Power, going to try to hold them so the Power can come back and maybe tie the game in the bottom half of this inning. We will not have a second game today as the rain is going to be too much for the field. Just going to try to finish this one as Jang hits Wargo on the first pitch.
Yeah, we're seeing Jang still kicking some more clay around the mound. We saw him using that same tool to get the dirt off of his spikes. You have to wonder if that slipped out of his hand. Even with the conditions, I give the defense on both sides a lot of credit, dealing with some slippery balls and the footing.
First pitch to Larange is a ball 1-0. Yeah, I remember, everybody remembers playing in the rain and having your cleats feel like they're 20 pounds each. It's never fun, especially as a pitcher. Here's the 1-0. That one's chopped to first, handled by Vincent. Steps on the bag, throw to second. Not in time as Paulson makes a pick. And a nice play there. Right decision by Vincent. 1 away in the bottom of the 6th.
In normal conditions, especially with a left-handed first baseman, you'd often love to see him maybe take one step up and deliver a clean throw to second to get the lead runner, but you're picking that wet ball up off the grass. definitely safe to take the sure out.
So Jang has a tool that they use to get dirt out of the base holes. I don't know what you call those. But he's trying to get the dirt off of his cleats with those. After every pitch, right back to Jang. And he throws to second for the double play. Wow, that one came off the bat hot. And the quick reaction by Jang, an easy throw to second to end the inning, just what the Power needed. They come up to the plate down by 2 runs. Here, we'll go to the top of the 7th. You're listening to California Winter League Baseball.
Whenever you find yourself hungry for something real, simple, and true, we're here for you.
That's what a hamburger's all about.
Try our big, beautiful all-day menu with more than 70 delicious dishes and our award-winning 3-course brunch for only $27.99. At Palm Springs' most popular restaurant, there's always a party at Lulu.
Welcome back. We're in the top of the 7th inning from Palm Springs. Last chance for the Palm Springs Power as they trail by 2 here late. New pitcher for the Grizzly, the Jorge Duran. He'll try to close things out as the rain continues to fall here in the Coachella Valley. As I mentioned last inning, we will not have a second game today, as the forecast says it'll continue to rain into the night.
And all things considered, if you were to probably tell anybody knowing the weather was coming in, moving the games up an hour, that we'd still get the turf and the first stadium game in, everyone would probably be pretty satisfied with that outcome.
No doubt about that. Chernesky leads it off for the Power. He leaves one outside, 1-0. Yeah, the rain was supposed to start around game time in this game. That one's grounded over to first, and Barker picks it up, steps on the bag, out number 1. Yeah, definitely fortunate to get 2 games in today, Evan.
And I said same thing goes with Duran as went with Larange in the previous inning. This time, a couple runs to play with, but most important, throw strikes and don't give away any free passes to bring the tying run to the plate.
Here's Guzman, the third baseman. He takes a ball upstairs, 1-0. He's struck out swinging in all 3 of his plate appearances today. Duran ready, winds and delivers. Big swing and a miss, looked like a breaking ball. It's 1-1. Duran ready. Here's the pitch. That one's down low, 2-1. A pretty quick game today, despite all the runs in random spots during the game. Here's a 2-1. That's outside 3-1 now on Guzman.
Gavin Stupensky needs to just set up right down the middle, and whatever happens, happens.
Yeah, make him hit. Make him hit. Can worry about spot in the zone in this situation once runners get on base, if they do. Here comes the 3-1. And that one's called a strike at the top half of the zone. Full count.
Looks like Stupensky just set up center cut behind the plate, and that pitch was top of the zone, but right down the middle. Same thing.
Here's the payoff, and it's outside, ball 4. So the Power have a runner on with 1 away here in the top of the 7th.
I know you're getting towards the bottom of the order, but Gomia with the double coming back in the 4th, still a dangerous hitter.
No, definitely Gomia. That was a shot over the head of center fielder Ejo earlier in the game. That one's called for strike 1, 0-1. Not a big lead off of first base for Guzman. Next pitch spiked in the dirt, and Guzman almost tried for second, but then thought better of it. It's 1-1 now.
Absolutely cannot afford to make an out on the base, especially that run doesn't matter for Guzman. It's Gomia at the plate that really counts. I know you'd love to get up to second and take away the double play possibility, but you can't risk it. Maybe if you can get a jump and if Duran's not paying too much attention, maybe you think about taking second, but you have to be 100%.
So 1-1 on Gomia. Guzman leads off of first. The pitch is outside. It's 2-1. Ground ball would be perfect here for Duran.
Every pitch and every throw is going to be huge for the Grizzly. The rain's really coming down now.
Here's the 2-1. Up high, 3-1 now. Anything in the zone for Duran is good.
Hey, we're also fortunate that with the lack of wind, the rain's not being blown into us.
Yeah. We got a lot of equipment up here that wouldn't agree with the wetness. 3-1, called for a strike. It's a little bit high and inside. I think it did catch the very corner.
It could have gone either way. It was borderline.
So 3-2, 1 away. Grizzly lead at 8-6. Duran trying to close it out for them here late. Runner goes. The pitch grounded over to third. Bobbled by Green. Throws to first. Not even close. So now 2 runners on for the Power here late.
Yeah, that is a very, very tough error that has to go against Green at third. I mean, I think he slipped a little bit. He frankly did all he could, and especially with the runner on the move, no way he could have taken the short out at second.
So it'll be Kramer, the left fielder, to step in. He's 1 for 3, the single back in the second. First pitch to him. Called for a strike on the outside edge. 0-1.
Well, if you're a Grizzly infielder, you need to knock the ball down any way you can and just try and get at least the second out.
The 0-1 to Kramer. Spiked in the dirt. 1-1 now.
That was a good play from Gavin Stupensky. Also imperative on his part to knock everything down that he can to keep the force at any base. I mean, as we saw with that previous effort from Green, even the way he one-hopped it to the first baseman, just any kind of throw and corralling a ground ball is going to be difficult.
1-1 on Kramer. One away here in the top of the 7th. 2 runners on for the Power. Chopped over to third, foul. So it'll be 1-2. And Duran finally ahead in the count. Just looking to throw strikes and make them hit.
You had some chatter from the Power dugout. It looked like a foul ball, but it was pretty close. Seems like every other pitch, Duran's chopping the clay off his spikes.
1-2, 1 away, 2 runners on for the Power. Here's the pitch, and it hits Kramer. So the bases will be loaded with 1 out. And here comes Rodriguez, the 9-hitter, to try to get a run or 2 in here for the Power, maybe tie the game.
I mean, look, and everybody for the Grizzly knows this, but hitting that batter on a 1-2 count, the last thing he wanted to do.
First pitch is in there for a strike, 0-1 on Rodriguez. Tough conditions right now to play in for everybody on the field. That one's popped foul. It's going to get out of play. And it'll be 0-2.
And for all these base runners, they see a ball on the ground, they need to get as good of a jump as they possibly can, just to put as much pressure on the Grizzly infield as possible.
So the Power threatening here in the top half of the inning. A quick out for Duran to start the inning, but then a walk, an error at third, and then a hit by pitch led to this situation. And called strike 3 on the inside corner. Huge out for Duran. As the top of the order comes up for the Power, Jack Paulson having a day at the plate. 3 singles, 3 runs scored.
Also, it truly comes down to this. A guy who's 3 for 4 with the game on the line.
First pitch to him is low. It's 1-0.
And there's no relief if, say, you wanted to pitch around Paulson for some reason because you have Danny Walsh waiting on deck.
Here's the 1-0 to Paulson. Hard hit, chopped foul down the third base side. It's 1-1. Well, now if you're Duran, you don't want to throw it right down the middle. You want to make him work, make him earn a hit here.
At the very least, try and keep the ball down in the zone. Maybe get something on the ground and an infielder can get a force somewhere.
1-1, 2 away. Top of the 7th, bases loaded for the Power. Here's the pitch, and that one's way over the head of the catcher as it probably slipped out of his hands. And a run will score. It's 8-7 now.
Yeah, that pitch only came in 70 miles an hour. I don't know what kind of grip Duran was trying to get, but that was at least 5 feet over everyone's head.
Well, the heavy shoes, tough grip on the ball. Duran's just trying to escape now. And a big part of that pass ball, wild pitch is there's no force anymore, Evan.
That's right. I was just getting ready to say, makes it a lot tougher.
Here's the 2-1 to Paulson. That one's over to short. Easy play for Wargo. Throws the first in time. So after a little bit of drama at the end there, the Grizzly able to escape with a 1-run victory. 7 runs, 11 hits, 2 errors for the Power, 8 runs, 7 hits, 3 errors for the Grizzly. That'll be the end of the day for us here in the California Winter League. As we said, the 12:30 game will not happen due to the weather. And Evan, back and forth, they went in this game, and really good one. A lot of hits and a lot of timely hitting and a lot of good pitching to start.
Well, you have to give these guys a lot of credit, especially with the first pitches for the turf and this first stadium game getting pushed back an hour. You know, getting up early, still showing up ready to play, getting their money's worth. Obviously, the offenses really busted out today with a combined 18 hits, but you can't forget somewhat of the unsung hero, William Shea, going the first 5 innings for the Grizzly. And he was a lot better than his final line would indicate, especially with giving up the 3 runs in the 5th. Of course, a much-earned victory on the mound. And then inning game that came down to the final hitter. Can't ask for much more than that. And the defenses also did a great job dealing with a very wet ball, and even saw a couple guys slip at times, but more than holding their own.
Well, that'll do it for us here from Palm Springs. We'll see you back here tomorrow for more baseball. Hopefully the weather is a little bit better. Once again, the final, Grizzly 8, Power 7. And for all of us here in the California Winter League, we thank you for listening. I'm Danny Maha, along with Evan Schmeiser and Brian Janselson. We'll see you soon.